Okay. So did I pin a comment here? Now I'm using a handheld. Yes, this is your Jomba. Welcome to Mwabili Mwagodi TV. I am in Kalou town, in Kalou constituency, in Nyandarua County. Today is Monday, 13th July 2026. There is a by-election for the member of National Assembly seat that fell vacant after the death of architect David Njuguna Kiaraho, yes, who died, I have to check my notes, who died on the 29th of March 2026 while undergoing medical treatment in Nairobi Hospital. I need to remember to mute my notifications because whenever someone texts, you get a vibrating noise on your end. Yep. So Kalou is in Nyandarua County. The governor of Nyandarua County is Moses Kiarie Badilisha. Do not ask me about the name Badilisha. I have no idea if that is his real name. Women rep anaitwa Faith Gitau. Senator is very famous, the bearded young fellow called Senator Methu Muhia. John Methu, yeah. And then there are several constituencies. Kuna Kinangop constituency, the MP there is Zakari Kwenyathuku. There is Kipipiri, Wanjiku Muhia, Kalou, where we are. Now it's a by-election. There is Joro Orok, which has Michael Mwangi Mushira, and Ndaragwa, the member of parliament there, is called George Gashagwa. Kalou has 5 wards. Ikona wards tano. Where I am right now in Kalou town, this is Karau. This is Karau ward. And then there is Mirangine, which is around 30 kilometers from where I am, from the research I have done. And it is my wish that I proceed there tomorrow on Tuesday 14th. I go to Mirangine and meet the Kenyans there on the ground. Another ward is Rorie. Rorie is just nearby here. It is not far from here. So I will cover that most likely also on Tuesday 14th. Kaimbaga is also not very far away because Kaimbaga is where I went and tried to cover the UDA final campaign rally, but that did not take off, and I will tell you why later. Kanjuire, the plan is to go there on Wednesday because it's another also 30 or so kilometers away from Karau. How many voters are there in Kalou from the 2022 voter register? I have not gotten an updated one now. The 2022 voter register, there are 72,997 voters in Kalou constituency. Who are the candidates? My focus is on only 2, even though there are quite a few, there are many, but my focus will be on 2 because those are hao ndio wamethibitisha kwamba wao ndio farasi, hao wengine wote ni punda. Kuna Sami Douglas Kamau Ngodho of DCP. There is Samuel Mushina of UDA. And the other one who, from the little research I've done today, hapa kwa ground, the third one is Nilson Kigwa Wilson Kigwa of Jubilee. But to be honest with you, I have seen absolutely zero branding. Yeah, Jubilee. This town is painted green for DCP and yellow for UDA. I left Nairobi, actually left my house early, a few minutes to 7, but I had some errands to do. I had to drop some cashew nuts for some of my clients in Nairobi CBD. And then by the time nimemaliza kuja kupanda gari, it was around, it was late. It was around 9. And yeah, it takes an hour or two to fill up that matatu. By the time tuko tayari kutoka around midday, the matatu I was in broke down huko OTC, inside the Ola petrol station at OTC. Tukatafutiwa nyingine, so we wasted a lot of time there. By the time we left Nairobi, it was way past 1 p.m. Kalou constituency is around 155 kilometers away from Nairobi, so sio mbali sana. Arrived here around 4 p.m. and I hit the ground immediately because I did not have content that was ready for upload for today. So I tried to cover as much ground as possible. I went to Kalou Arboretum where DCP were holding their rally. And then after that, I went to Kenya Medical Training College, Nyandarua campus, which is huko Kaimbaga, sio Kiambaga, ni Kaimbaga, where I also tried to cover the final rally ya UDA, but that sadly was hampered. There were some masked security officers. Sitaki kutumia neno goons because these guys had radio calls and they were coordinating movement ya watu kuingia hapo kwa hizo KMTC grounds. And also my timing was off because it was way past 5 p.m. It was the end of the campaign rally and people were being handed money. So I tried to document huko kwa hiyo ground, nikafukuzwa na how masked security, or I don't want to use the name goon because the name goon is not, it's not good. Nikafukuzwa, wakaniambia hapana, sahii umechelewa, sahii sio time, sahii ni time ya maziwa, you cannot record watu wakikunywa maziwa. So they asked me to move way further down the road, very far away from the grounds za KMTC. Nikaondoka hapo. I recorded a 1-minute clip, but I do not feel, or at that time, I did not feel, my instincts told me that it will not be safe for me to upload that my today's video segment with it showing people running into the KMTC grounds kwenda kuchukua pesa za UDA party. One thing about these travels I do huku mashinani is that safety, my personal safety and security is very, very key. And I have to try and not to antagonize the people I meet in these travels, in these places which are not my home. I am very far away from my home. My home county is Taita Taveta County huko, sawa? So huku ni lazima nijaribu kuheshimu watu na mambo yao, but at the same time, I try to protect myself. And what I do is to cover objectively what I can that is good for you as my viewers, and at the same time, it keeps me safe. I still have the footage I will figure out if I can do a compilation at the end of this when I have left on Kalou at the end of the by-election, and whoever has won, whoever has lost, it will be irrelevant. So hopefully, fingers crossed, tuombe Mungu tuweze so that I can be able to upload this as an episode later on. Kindly, if you are watching here, please niweke comment hapo ndio nijue sijiongeleshi. Especially I welcome questions. These live sessions are open sessions, so please, if you have a question, weka hapo, I will answer it. And the good thing is I'm using my handheld. My handheld stand. I hope I shakes, and I hope it's not shaking too much. It is shaking too much, sindio? Mtu aniambie kama ina shake too much. But then it is the best one to use because it allows me to see the screen. Whenever I use the standing one which I have, sadly, it covers the screen, so I do not see the comments. So please ask questions in the comment section, and I will try as best as possible to answer them. One of the biggest questions I am being asked across my social media platforms, especially Twitter, because I am also sharing this on Twitter, is ground imekaa aje? Ground imekaa aje? Is it DCP? Because a lot of Kenyans are very excited by the idea that DCP should win this by-election. I cannot tell because I was here late. I arrived here late. I arrived here around ilikuwa saa ngapi hivi? Ilikuwa saa 10, around 4 p.m. And I have interacted with a few people. I have interacted with DCP people, and I have interacted at the Arboretum, and I've interacted with those people who are wearing UDA branded merchandise, especially after I left that location where the final rally UDA iko. And I cannot make a judgment call because these people, especially kama wale ambao wako huko, the ones who are at the UDA nani, what I noticed is that most of them, when they were leaving, they were basically throwing away the kofias. After they were given that money, I asked, and allegedly they were being given 500 shillings. So they were being given money after the end of the rally, alafu wakiwa wanaondoka from the KMTC Nyandarua County Campus. I could not document it with my camera because of security, my personal security. The place was kulikuwa na very many masked people, sitaki kutumia neno goons, but masked people who had radio calls. So, and they were coordinating movement ya watu vile watu wataingia na kutoka kuchukua pesa. So I do not want to do what I did with Emurua Dikir, whereby I went there thinking that DCP were going to win that by-election. And that is one of the reasons why I came in to Kalou earlier in advance, and so that I can have enough time nitembe throughout these wards and meet as many Kenyans as possible on the ground. And this that hopefully it will help you, my viewers on this channel, get some perspective on how the mood of the people on the ground. So like I said, please, kama uko na swali yoyote, wherever it is you are watching me from, please put your questions in the comment and I will try my best to answer them. The most important thing I wanted to say is that this trip is fully funded by citizens of the Republic of Kenya from around the world. I I am extremely grateful to Kenyans who have been contributing to fund this trip. That one ni lazima niseme. I have to thank each and every one of you who have sent money to my M-Pesa to make sure that I am able to come to Kalou to travel here. I'm able to pay my accommodation. I am able to take care of my logistics, especially because, for example, tomorrow I will be going to Mirangine. Mirangine is around 30 kilometers away, and the easiest way to go there is with a boda boda. So I've already met someone who has a boda boda, and they are willing to take me there. I just have to fuel it up, and this fuel is coming from you, my viewers on YouTube, and Kenyans from the Twitter platform, X. So asanteni sana for the funding. I cannot thank you enough, guys, for your generosity. Kenyans, you always surprise me, you always shock me, and I have nothing to tell you apart from asanteni na Mungu awabariki sana na awazidishie. The situation in Kalou, so the people are very excited. Wananchi, yani there's that excitement. I don't know if for those who went to boarding school like me, the week towards the closing day, kuna kale ka excitement. That is the energy I felt in Kalou. There is a lot of money. Kalou is very liquid, guys. Vijana wako na pesa. Yani hata kuna mwingine nimekutana na yeye, he was literally falling over himself, and he saw me with my camera stand, akajua huyu jamani wale watu wako na pesa wenye wamekuja kutoka town. So akanisimamisha, akaanza kunichapia vile, sasa anaweza kunipeleka wapi. Like ile breath yenye amenipiga nayo tayari nimelewa. Guys, the breath, I got drunk from that breath. Yani it was that potent. And this guy, he basically showed me how people are liquid here. People, there's money. At the hotel I am staying in, somewhere near Kalou town center, hotel rooms imejaa. This was the final room I got. Kalou town yote hakuna rooms. Actually, just a moment, guys. I've just remembered that this handheld has a stand, and let me just fix that. Ndio niache kumove. Sorry. Mnajua mimi, I am really learning how to do this thing. This inaitwaje? Just a moment, guys. Sorry. Cheni niwasumbue kidogo tu, just a moment. So, how do I make it stand? You guys can see me? Don't go. Oh, good. Yeah, you guys can see me. So sorry for that disturbance. So like I said, the situation, the mood, people are very excited. There's a lot of excitement in Kalou. The town center is flooded. Wines and spirits are busy. I hope that maybe in the next 2 nights, or maybe tomorrow, Tuesday night or Wednesday night, I will take a tour of Kalou town at night to show you how liquid people are and how excited the Kenyans here in Kalou are. The other thing, please, tafadhali ekeni maswali hapo chini. My five regular viewers who I'm always with you on my live streams. Niekeni maswali kwa comments, please, so that I can answer your questions. The other thing is security. I have noticed there's a very big police presence, but there was no disturbance in Ol Kalou. If you go to my shorts feed, utaona kuna watu wa nani, what do you call them? Watu wa DCP who basically did a procession around the town here in Ol Kalou, and the police were there, they were present, but there was no tear gas, there was no violence. It's just Kenyans doing Kenyan things, you know, what we are used to, basically. Wame patrol sana huku Ol Kalou town center. And I got to document that, so if you go to my short feed, utaipata hapo. Ol Kalou is an agricultural town. The town itself is quite compared to a lot of Mount Kenya, Murima towns, it is slightly, kidogo tu, kuna some development, let me call it, like it's a big town compared to if you go, like where I went to Gatundu that time in March, tukitafuta ile kijana wa TikTok. Yeah, Ol Kalou is slightly developed. I saw there's Pembroke House. I think it's one of those elite schools. Watu wanalipa sijui 10 million per term. I saw Pembroke on my way here. Gilgil iko hapo. It's a few kilometers away from here, Ol Kalou. I cannot make a judgment call on who is going to win. I do not want to do what I did in Emurua Dikir, because Emurua Dikir I went there knowing that the DCP candidate is going to win, and it turned out how it turned out. The only thing I can say is that I can promise you, as my viewers, is that I am going to cover as much ground as possible. Tuesday 14th and Wednesday 15th, I am going to cover as much ground as possible to make sure that my viewers on YouTube and the rest of the platforms, if you do not follow me, for example, on TikTok, my username there is @mwabili_mwagodi. Go to Instagram, it is @mwabili_mwagodi. If you go to Facebook, it is mwabili_mwagodi. If you go to Twitter, it is @mwabili_mwagodi2. It is only Twitter that the handle is different. I use mwabili_mwagodi2 on Twitter, to the number. So I'm also, during the day while I move around, when I come across something that is interesting, I know I just post it, upload it there. Yeah. I will not show you, I will not do an accommodation tour. I'm in a Romo, zile Wakikuyu wanaita Romo. I could not find accommodation at all. At this where I am was the last rooms. I will not, I think I will do I'll do a tour the day I am leaving. This is for operational security purposes. In as much as I did not come here to do anything illegal, I also don't want to be in a position whereby I expose myself too much to, you know, we are living in difficult times as Kenyans, and we don't want to antagonize, especially, you know, this government that, I don't know, I don't trust it myself. Like, we don't trust these people. So, yeah, I'm coming towards the end of this live stream. I decided that we are going to be doing 30 minutes live streams every night at 9 p.m. In an effort to build a community. And thank you guys for the support. Like, you guys do not understand. I am in Ol Kalou because of you, my viewers here on YouTube. I'm in Ol Kalou because of my followers on TikTok. I'm in Ol Kalou because of my followers on Instagram. on Facebook, on Twitter. I cannot thank you enough. I have received so many messages of encouragement. I've received so much love from you people. So there's even people on Twitter here in Kalou. I already met 2 today who were willing to host me, and they're willing to do this and that. But mimi nimesema tu, nimewaambia tu let me get a place where I can stay, because to avoid operational security issues. There's a question here from Anthony Muli 9728, ground iko aje. Yes, I was on the ground today, but I cannot make a judgment call because I arrived there at 4 p.m. And the bad part is that ilikuwa ni the final rallies. Today was the last day for campaigns. So I went to the Arboretum. Sawa. The DCP people are very motivated. Sawa. The DCP people are very, very motivated. The ones I spoke to, they were very motivated. The challenge is that kule kwa rally kwa grounds are UDA, because I think, Anthony, you've joined now. You haven't seen the beginning when I was telling you about the KMTC Nyandarua campus grounds where UDA were holding their final rally. I went there, nilienda hapo, and I wanted to document the end, just like I did at the Arboretum. I wanted to document the end of the UDA rally. And there were masked security officers in civilian who ordered me out because they told me imefika ni muda wa maziwa. So that was it was nearly 6 p.m. It was past 5. I don't remember the time exactly, but it was past 5. Kaniambia hiyo ni muda wa maziwa, and they will not allow anyone to record that. So I did a segment for my episode yenye nime-upload leo, where they told me I can shoot, which was down the road mbali sana na hiyo ground. So in the background you can see people being wanaharakishwa waende wapi? Waende kuchukua pesa. Sawa? But then after judgment call, nikasema I'm not going to use that footage because of my safety. My safety comes first. Sawa? I do not want to document anything that is going to jeopardize my safety. But I spoke to wale watu ambao walikuwa hapo kwa ground ya UDA. I spoke to them, and they were being given 500 bob. Sawa? Na the problem is sasa kutoka kwa huko KMTC, sasa wakirudi town center hapo Kalou, walikuwa wanaenda wakitupa hizo branded merchandise za UDA. I wanted to document that too, but I also realized that there's a very heavy presence of security forces in civilian. Kuna pahali ambapo sasa after nimetoka huko, I stood somewhere, there was a group of 5 men walikuwa wamesimama huko wanaongea, and I was dropping, and ni vijana wako kazi, because they were talking about so ile pesa yote inafaishe leo blah 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 blah. So and vijana wetu sijui tutawatake care vipi nini, so things like that. So another question, please ask questions before we end the live. Naomba tu maswali hapo so that I can be able to answer them. And if they are given money, you ask them how they will vote. Yeah, so what they were doing is that sasa wakitoka huko kwa hiyo ground ya UDA, walikuwa wanatupa hiyo merchandise kwa barabara, kwa highway. They come out with the branded kofias, wanatoka wanatembea, wakifika huko kwa highway huko chini walikuwa wanatupa hizo makofia. So I do not want also make judgment calls, because we know how that transpired, how that went with Emurua Dikir. A lot of us were very confident that DCP were going to win, and they didn't. And that is one of the reasons I came here earlier. I came here earlier this time because I want to cover as much ground as possible. Kesho, I promise you guys, nitaenda mi Mirangine. It is over 30 kilometers away from here. I will go there. I will meet as many people as possible. Already, I've started building a community hapa ya watu wa bodaboda. Nimetembea na bodaboda kadha, and then I gauge them, I interact with them and whatever. Just people I've never met, and nikiona mtu anakaa ni mtu mwenye ako na heshima yake, I get their contacts and then I figure out how we'll go about it tomorrow. I want to thank people from the Twitter community. A couple of guys reached out to me. I have met them. Mmoja tumekunywa chai, mwingine tulikaa chini tukaongea, because I was in a hurry. I wanted to come and settle down and report to you the happenings of the day. So with regards to how they would vote, I will leave that to Thursday. And also you must remember another thing, voters, Kenyan voters, it's not just Kenyan voters. Voters around the world are very, very dodgy characters. Yeah. Until someone is in the booth and they tick that box, we can never. I will not make a judgment call on whether UDA or DCP will win. Kwanza nataka kwenda huko kwa rural areas kesho na Thursday, na Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Let me meet as many Kenyans in the rural areas as possible. Let me meet them huko nje. Alafu Anthony Muli 9728, I will have a better understanding by Wednesday night. So that on Thursday morning ukiamka, when you go to sleep after we do this live on Wednesday night, you might also have an appreciation of how the voter is thinking here. Asante sana Roro CR7. Thank you very much. Brawl Tem, hi Brawl Tem, how are you? So any other question, please weka kwa comment. I'm very happy to answer your questions. With regards to nini ingine, well, peace, there's a lot of peace out there. Watu wa UDA, wenye ni wa UDA, wanavaa kofia zao. Watu wa DCP, wanavaa makofia zao, wanavaa apron zao. You know, I have not seen any incident whereby these people are clashing or there is any tension. You know, there you go to places like, for example, when I came here in this county, Nyandarua County, in June 2024, on 23rd June 2024, when we came to kick out President Ruto from ACK Pro Cathedral, and there was a lot of tension because there was a lot of tension. You know, hakuna tension huku. Hata kuna pali ambapo ni pali nimekula dinner. The people sitting next to me were senior police officers. Mzee mmoja chief inspector, mawe matatu hapa, na mama pia chief inspector, mawe matatu na vijana wao, in a public place having dinner. So no, the situation according to me it is very peaceful. Hopefully kesho Tuesday usiku, instead of doing the live inside here, nitatoka nje tuifanye nje. Shida tu ya huko nje ni kwamba hii kutembea the nani video shakes. And you guys should give me feedback, especially people who started earlier when I was holding it by hand. I'm sure the shaking was disturbing you, but I've come to realize kumbe this handheld inaweza kusimama chini. Shida ni kwamba tu ya simu naona miguu yangu ambayo imeparara. Yeah, so please weka question hapo, weka comment hapo. We are going to end in the next few minutes. I want to thank you guys, Kenyans. This channel belongs to you. Asanteni sana for the funding. Since I made the appeal over the weekend, on Sunday, guys have really come through. Watu wa 50, watu wa 100, watu wa 200. And especially Kenyans from outside the country. I've gotten a few M-Pesas from the US. I've gotten a few M-Pesas from the UK. I have no idea if I can do a thank you and I list all the names on M-Pesa without the amounts ya kusema asante, like the way people do with these American YouTubers do with what is it called? There's a Patreon. I have no idea. You guys will tell me if it's a good thing to thank the people who have funded this trip publicly. But it is very important that especially the authorities know that this channel is funded by the people. Mwabili Mogodi TV, my coverage of the Kalou by-election is funded by the people. Goodwood 3287. Old man, where are you on the ground? Operational security. I'm somewhere in Kalou town. Hapo nataka nikwambie niko hoteli gani, room number ngapi? Acheni mchezo bwana. Mchezo bwana. Goodwood, unafanya kitengo gani? Uniformed ama non-uniformed? But anyway, no. Look, I mean, someone asked, actually, I tweeted that tomorrow I'm going to be going to Mirangine, and one of my very good friends on Twitter, Captain anaitwa Totila, Captain Toti. Captain Toti akaniambia, what if, don't you think like you announcing your movement in advance could put you in danger? And you know, mimi sio mwizi, sijakuja kuiba. I am a citizen journalist. I have come here to report to Kenyans about the by-election. So I don't feel like me saying I am coming to Kalou, sawa, should trouble someone to want to come and abduct me or arrest me for what? So I'm not a criminal. Kama ningekuwa mwizi na najua kabisa naenda kuiba pahali kupora watu, then of course I will keep my movements low key. Goodwood again. Wait, what does the ground say there? I think you've just joined now, Goodwood. I was just telling the people here, the viewers here, the ground is, DCP people are very motivated. That is what I can say. The DCP people who have interacted with, they are extremely highly motivated. UDA have thrown money. There is money on the ground. Tomorrow I will show you on Kalou at night. There is money, pesa iko. So yeah, I think that will be it for tonight. I want to thank you guys. This is your Jomba Mwabili Mogodi, coming to you live from Kalou constituency in Nyandarua County. Thank you very much, guys, for your support. Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you very much for your likes, and especially those ones who share my videos with friends and family around the world. Keep on doing that. Channel inakuwa, channel may grow, guys. Tunaelekea pazuri. Hopefully in the next few months this channel will be self-sustainable. Tuache mambo ya mimi kuja hapa kuambia mnitumie fare na nini. But I'm not, I still say, like, sometimes I don't even have to ask. Like, you people reach out and you tell me no, Mwabili, kuna jamaa wangu mmoja amereach out akasema no, Mwabili wewe chukua kitu. Drem 6908, see you with those slippers. See you guys. Have a good night and thank you very much for your support.